Welcome back to another Q&A vlog. I know it's been a while, really a while, and don't ask me why it took me so long to make a video again. University life was crazy, it was insane for the past few weeks. So it's going to be a long video, so let's get started. For the first question, yes, I'm still a student here in Austria currently, and hopefully next year I'll finish my master's degree. Hopefully with my thesis. So my plan after graduation is to look for a job, of course, to stay and look for a job, and later on settle down. I totally love the place, the people, the government when in terms with the labor law, because um, I just want to tell you that if you work here, you'll be given 25 days of vacation in one whole year. And it it's only 15 days in the Philippines for the whole year. Here you get 25. So I really like the labor law here, the insurance, and I really plan to stay, settle down, and yeah, have my own family in the future. Yes, there is also a PR here, permanent residency. After few years of legal stay here, you can apply for permanent residency. But of course, there are also a lot of requirements that you need to comply. Like, of course, the language, the German language is also one of the requirements. So you really need to learn Deutsch. When I arrived here in Austria, I didn't take any German language exam back in the Philippines. So I am A2 now, and I didn't have to pass a certain German language exam. So you can come here even if you totally don't know anything about the German language. But I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to be here without the language. I'll just post it here so that everyone can see. Um, Congratulations because you're coming here in Austria finally. And that agencies, government agencies, you don't have to do anything about that because that's only for the OFW, overseas Filipino workers, and you're a student. So you don't have to do anything about it. Just ignore and eat all of the foods that you want to eat here in Philippines. Do everything that you think that will make you miss here in Philippines. Travel and be with your family because coming here you will really miss home. Well, in my case, I really didn't miss home because I've been working already in the Philippines, very far from my hometown, so it's okay for me. I didn't feel any homesickness here. I just miss the food. That's all. The food here is very, very different. Courses, exams, thesis. The courses here. I've never been into a master's program in the Philippines. It's my first time here getting a degree for master's program. And for their courses, I think it's okay. It's okay. But of course, this is Europe. We have to remember that. So they really have a different educational system. So I can say that it's okay, but I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm also not saying that it's very hard, that it's impossible for you to pass. Just average. The courses here, it's fine. You just have to do good and of course do a lot of effort because you really need hard work in learning. Their exams, it's totally different back in the Philippines. Well, I talked to my cousin who is also taking a master's program right now in Philippines, and she told me that their exams are also in oral and they seldom have questions in multiple choice. So it's the same here. Some of the exams are offered in oral and some in written, and the written there is no multiple choice. You have to explain something. And for me, it's very hard because I'm not so good with words. I mean, explaining something, learning, and you have to explain it in your own. Because for me, it will take for me for a long time to learn and understand. So when you learn here for your exam, you have to understand, and if not, you have to memorize because you have to explain something. Like for example, one questions that I had in my exams is that to explain the principle of scanning electron microscope. So I have, so that's the only question, so in the paper, so I have to explain what's the route of the process inside the scanning electron microscope when it is subjected to a sample. I have to explain what will happen, which parts of the scanning electron microscope will react until it will give an image. So you really have to understand everything, and there are over 500 slides, PowerPoint slides that you have to learn, and yeah, you don't know what would the questions may be. Sometimes the exams is only around 6 questions for the whole exam, and you have to get at least 50% for you to pass. And yeah, sometimes it would be hypocrite for me to say that I really passed all of my exams. Of course, I failed. I have some exams that I really failed, and I have to do it again. Because if you fail, you'll be given 5 chances to take the exam. So you have to to take the exam again. And if you failed 5 times of the exam, you'll be kicked out of the degree program. So it's really a big deal in here if you have your exam, because you really need to pass, because it's not like in the Philippines that the attendance, there are projects, homeworks that is also included in the grades. Here, the professors, they don't care about attendance, they don't check attendance, and they don't give points for attendance, and they don't give homeworks also. Well, I'm only talking to my master's program. They don't give homework, so their only basis for you to pass that course is to pass the exam. And for me, maybe it's easy for others, but it's also the hard thing, because if you can pass exam, you can pass, you will fail. So you really need to pass, because yeah, in Philippines it's really very different, because it's okay if you fail this exam, because you still get points from other things like the homeworks, projects, oral recitations, and yes, the attendance, you will get points from it. But in here, no, their only basis for you to pass is this certain exam. There is only one exam for the whole semester in every course. I don't know with other courses, but in my case, that is happening. And also, aside from the Deutsch course, I tried before the Deutsch course, because I'm studying the German language in the university because it's cheaper. And yeah, if you have Deutsch courses, the attendance, you will get points from the attendance. And um, there are 2 exams, midterms and final exams, and you will also get points from oral recitations. So, but Deutsch, German language, if you really learn it by heart, I mean, if you study it in the university, it's not that hard compared with the other courses, your major subjects or electives, because yeah, Deutsch is the least thing that you should worry when you study here. The really challenge of taking the exams is that you also have to work. So you work instead of just learning, and it's really hard to balance these two things. And I'm also having a hard time for this. For the thesis, I was really shocked when I first heard about it, because in the Philippines, as you all know, when we have our thesis, we have to spend on our own, right? I remember during my bachelor's, I had to spend around 20,000 pesos for my thesis, just to do the conduct of my experiment in my thesis, and to do those analysis, because we don't have this certain instruments, and we have to send our samples to the laboratories for them to analyze our samples. And yeah, and you also have to print the papers. So having a thesis in Philippines during my bachelor's was really very expensive. And when I arrived here, I was very surprised, because you don't have to pay anything for your thesis, because it is fully funded by the whoever the owner or the leader of that certain thesis. Like for example, there are a lot of research going on in the university, and there are some professors who offer thesis for every students. Not every students, for some students. And those who are interested, you can just approach the professor, and tell him or her that, oh, I want to join your thesis, so you can join, and you don't have to pay anything. Actually, it's free because it is already funded by some agency or some government. Because in here, in the university, they are also having some collaboration with the companies outside, with the really manufacturing companies, so it is really funded. And yeah, they have a lot of projects, and the research here is really supported by the government. So if you're a student and you're going to have your thesis, you don't have to think about the finances because it is already being paid. There's a fund. All you have to do is for you to apply, because of course competition is there, and there are also a lot of students same course that taking like you, so you have to do good, and yeah, you have to look for the thesis that is right for you. For me, I haven't started yet looking for my master thesis prospect because I'm still very busy with my exam, but hopefully maybe around August or even July, or I don't know. But this year I really plan to look for my thesis, and I plan it to do it with a company outside that, so that maybe in the future I'll have some chance to get a job after the thesis. So yes, and right now there are actually really a lot of professors offering thesis for master's student. So yes, because I also would like to share this in here. Some thesis they give allowances, sometimes 400 euro per month, some they give even 800 euro per month. So yes, the clock is very noisy. So it's a public clock that rings every, I don't know, 30 minutes or 15 minutes. So anyway, the thesis. Some companies they give allowances to students who are doing thesis for them. They give allowances. Yes, instead of paying for your thesis, you get allowance instead. Totally different from the Philippines, right? So yeah, it's it's like that here. So, and even those students who are planning to have their PhD in here, they are really paid full time by the company, or I don't know, whoever pays them. They really receive an allowance. Like I think it's equivalent to a full time salary. It's equivalent to a full-time salary, I think, minimum wage here if you do your PhD. So science is really very progressive in here and supported by everyone. This is Europe. For the legalization, because before, when I arrived here in Austria, and I already started my studies, I really didn't go and visit the university page anymore. So as what I remembered before, when I was still applying, I knew that the documents should be legalized in the Philippines, because when I was still visiting their page before, university page, I found out that Philippines is included for those countries who needs legalization of the documents. It's somewhere in their website, in the university page. It's somewhere in there, because I really found there that Philippines is included for the legalization, and I think yeah, it is not as stated in the requirements. You have to look, you have to scroll down below, because I think it's in there. Yeah, I'm sure I found it in their page, and that's when I knew that Philippines need to legalize documents. But there might be some changes, so kindly check. And also for the TOR, yeah, I did my certified two copies for the apostille. And since it was last, I don't know, 2020, 2022, yeah, 2022. So kindly those students who recently did the application, can you comment down below if is it still true this time that you can do you can have the certified two copies of your TUR for the apostille, and the is Philippines also still included for the legalization? Yeah, can you comment down below so that the new applicants can know also? Because I know there are some changes also in every country about this legalization, because I think I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, if is it in India or in Pakistan that they are not, there's something changed in their application that they don't have to do this one process. So I'm not sure what exactly is it, but there's some changes in their application. I think this new rule for them is easier compared to the previous one. I'm going to close now my Q&A portion. And next video, I know there are still some questions that I haven't answered, and stay tuned to my next video, because I think this video that I'll be editing right now is kind of long already. So see you in my next Q&A video. Ciao!